Good morning to you. I'm Jeff Slakey. We're happy to focus on Shelton right now. And from Shelton Parks and Rec, Mark Ziegler. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Not bad at all today.
Nice day today. Good evening tonight. Music in the Park is at Kneeland Park at 7. But before that is some soccer for kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, down at Kneeland Park, we're taking advantage of probably the best weather of the year. Now that we're in August, and into September with our Kids Love Soccer program. We're starting the second session tonight. The first session ran in June and July, into June, into July, for 5 weeks on Thursdays, Kneeland Park. Went really well, and we still have room for the session starting tonight, which runs through September 1st. So,
what do you need? How old are these kids?
Well, the program runs all the way from 2 to 10 years old, so we have different age groups. And it doesn't look like the 2 to 3.5 is going to run tonight because we have nobody signed up. It's a mommy, daddy, and me.
Sure, okay.
So parent participation, maybe, I don't know, maybe the parents are tired of their kids this summer.
Yeah.
But we're gonna run the tot pre-soccer program, which is 3.5 to 5. Then we're gonna run our Soccer 1 program, which is technically ages 5 to 6, but we're combining our Soccer 2, which is 7 to 10. So 5 to 10 years old. And the Soccer 1 program is at 4:45 down at Kneeland Park. So you can come on down. Kids love soccer.
Yeah.
And hang out for music in the park.
Yeah.
And then the tot pre-soccer is at 5:30 to 6:05. So 45-minute programs. Kids Love Soccer's a regional soccer program. They bring out qualified coaches and run kids through skills and fundamentals that teach them soccer and all the other things that that they can learn, especially they're starting at a young age. It's just coordination and balance and moving and exactly, and following directions, and but they do a great job. It's not a game necessarily. You're not split up in teams and scrimmaging and playing a game. It's more skills and drills, and they'll compete a little bit in smaller groups, in little skill fundamentals like, kick the ball to the orange cone, and, this team will kick the ball to the orange cone and try to knock the cones down. Then this team kicks the ball to the yellow cones, and they try to knock them down. So you can knock all the cones down first. So they develop the foot control with the ball and passing skills and things like that, and keeping the ball on the ground. If they kick it in the air, it goes over the top of the cone. So those are all soccer skills that they're really not. They really don't see them, working as part of the game, but they're all things that translate into that game as well.
So if you haven't signed up for this, but you want to go tonight, what do you need to bring?
They can come with anything, but they have to have shin guards. So they can wear tennis shoes, shorts, sweats, anything like that, but they need to have some shin guards out there. So, and if it's last minute, they can get by tonight without the shin guards and then show up next week with them. So I don't want to deter anybody showing up tonight if they don't have those shin guards. By all means, come on out. We'll alter the program a little bit, and the first week is a little, there might be a little less opportunity for somebody to take one in the shin, but it's good practice to always enter the field with shin guards on. So
do the parents need to bring any documentation or anything?
I'll be there. I can. I'd like a phone call today or a quick, just a quick note of if you're going to show up. But I'll be there. They can register at the park.
Okay.
And just give me a call at the Civic Center and let me know that you're going to show up with your child, and we can register you there.
Speaking of the Civic Center, you got some new artwork up, but there's an opening in the art gallery or the art board, right?
Yeah, exactly. The Shelton Arts Commission has an opening. It's a 5-member volunteer citizens commission that works to promote public art. We've got one opening on that advisory committee, and taking applications. It's a simple letter of interest. One of the projects is this rotating art gallery. So the Arts Commission juries that work from local artists that submit their work to be included in the gallery. The Arts Commission will meet, jury that work, and then make a recommendation to the City Commission for approval. Ultimate approval before it's hung on the wall. We put out a call for artists just recently for that work. August 19th is the deadline for that, so we're taking applications by artists for the next rotating art gallery too, that will run September through the end of November.
Very cool, very cool. Do you ever, if you're on that board, ever get a chance to look at art pieces in the city? I mean, like outside of the Civic Center? Or?
Yeah, a bit. The Arts Commission in the past has been involved with a few public art projects. Up at Olympic College, there's a sculpture, a bronze sculpture called Journey. We're also actually two sculptures up there. There's also the other sculpture that's back around the corner, the dandelions. I forget the name of it. It's been a number of years now that the Arts Commission was involved with helping place that, because that was a actually installation that was going to go in out at the correction center here in Shelton, and they felt like it should go into the community rather than out there behind the walls and nobody'd ever see it. So the Arts Commission helped facilitate an area where those might go up within the community. So, and then we've been involved with some mural projects and things like that in the past as well.
Nice. The other one, Parks Board?
Yeah, we have an opening on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee as well. So another 5-member advisory committee. Meets monthly, the second Monday of every month down at the Civic Center, and really is kind of my sounding board. Go to them. What are we doing in the parks? What as a citizen would you recommend? And if we have a decision to make on what kind of playground equipment, or how we're maintaining a facility, or our park rules and regulations, something like that. I want to sound that off them before we go forward and make those decisions. Right now, we're working on our comprehensive plan update. So we just finished up taking our community surveys. So we're tabulating that information that people have got back to us, and then we'll have a public meeting in September, the second Monday of September, that the advisory committee will kind of facilitate and give people the opportunity to come forward and give more information on what they'd like to see in their parks system, and what kind of recreation programs, and how they might spend money if it becomes available, and when it becomes available, how many acres per thousand, say, per thousand population might be appropriate, where neighborhood parks might be located. We're looking at where growth might occur in the city, and how we can get ahead of that, and locate parks in those areas that are going to see growth before all that all the property is developed into residential housing or multifamily housing, and we can provide parks in those areas too for the residents.
When they build those big residential kind of neighborhoods that could include businesses or whatnot, there's a lot of green spaces that are added these days with some toys and whatnot. Is that a city thing, or is that part of the development plan?
Depending on the development. A lot of times now the developers are required through mitigation to provide some recreational facilities. The city doesn't have an impact fee in place that would require developers to pay a set amount of money per unit that they build for the city to go out and purchase property or develop property for the park. So we don't have that in place. But the developer is required through mitigation to provide recreational amenities in those facilities. So a lot of times you see these quite small little pocket park type things with a small play structure, something like that, within these developments. Those are put in by the developer. Whether they're then maintained by the city or not depends on the jurisdiction. At this point, the city of Shelton wouldn't take any of those on unless it meets certain criteria and there's some negotiation back and forth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
These are all great pieces of information that you can learn and be a part of if you decide to volunteer for the Parks Board or for the Arts Commission. And again, ways that people can sign up for those?
A simple letter of interest addressed to me at the Civic Center, and then the City Commission makes the appointment. But if somebody has some questions or wants to come to one of the meetings, then give me a call down there. I can set them up, talk to them a little bit more about what the meeting schedule is, what we've been doing the last few months or over the last year, and what we see maybe coming down the pike. And then they can decide at that point whether they're interested, and write a letter of interest, just kind of just stating why they're interested in a little bit of their background, maybe.
Do they have to live in the city, in the county? Do they work in the city?
At this point, we've actually changed it. You don't have to live in the city anymore. We found that a number of our people that are participating in our recreation programs, it's over 60% of the participants in our programs, as well as the visitors to our park, don't live in the city. So we're getting people from outside. So we want representatives of our community, and we see that Shelton, we provide services far outside the city limits. So we really want people from anywhere around the vicinity of Shelton to be able to participate and help us out.
Sure. Okay. Mark Ziegler from Shelton Parks and Rec here for our Focus on Shelton today. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. And
thanks.
Have fun tonight at the Kneeland Park for the soccer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
8:56 at iFiber 1 News Radio. We'll be right back after this.
Now your political insights from ABC News.
Wouldn't that be embarrassing?